The IAC is no longer a local organization. It is the fastest growing pro-Israel movement in the United States with 10 regional offices all over the country. In a matter of fact, we have representatives from all those regions today here in Los Angeles. Before we founded this organization, no one used the term Americans of Israeli descent, or as we say, Israeli Americans. Today, we can proudly embrace an Israeli American identity centered on the idea that while our home is in America, our Jewish homeland will always be in Israel. We're a big community. There are more than 1 million Israeli Americans all across the United States. United, we are achieving historic accomplishments. I feel it every day. I felt it when I spoke a couple of weeks ago to 300 IAC Michelanu students from across the country. They told us Michelanu finally gave them a sense of family and belonging on campus, a sense of purpose, inspiration, and a reason to be proactive on campus. I feel it in the 16,000 families with young kids enrolled in Sifriyat Pijama America, who tell, yes, the program has been in existence from 2011, reaching 16,000 families with free books every month. The families tell our staff how bedtime stories brings their families together around Jewish values, Jewish life, the Hebrew language, and a sense of being part of something bigger, the nationwide Israeli American community. I sense it in the Shefer Community Center, which is going to be a vibrant hub for life in our community and a model for building Israeli American community centers all across the country. We are at a critical time for the Jewish people and the state of Israel, and the IAC as an historic opportunity to make a difference. And I'd like everybody here to listen carefully. I hear some noises there. I'm talking about the fact that we have historical opportunity to make a difference. In recent months, we have watched our Israeli brothers and sisters live under constant threat of terrorism. We have a responsibility to make sure that our family in Israel does not stand alone. We must work to strengthen the alliance between America and Israel and build new bridges to other communities across the United States. We must employ us, the Israeli American, as a strategic asset for our brothers and sisters in Israel in the fight against the boycotts, divestments, and sanctions, or the BDS movement, whose mission is to delegitimize and eventually eradicate the state of Israel by non-military means. When it comes to BDS, we know that what starts with the Jews never ends with the Jews. BDS is not just threatening Israel, it threatens America and Western values that we hold dear, like freedom of speech, democratic and human rights, and religious freedom. Notwithstanding what some may say or think, BDS is nothing new. It comes out of a long tradition of boycotts, targeting the Jewish people, going back centuries. Guys, can you take a break for a second with the noise? I just said that BDS comes out of a long tradition of boycotts targeting the Jewish people going back centuries. At its core, it's pure anti-Semitism, and it has nothing to do with policies or leaders of past or current Israeli governments. In fact, the first boycotts in Israel started in 1922, before any of us was born and before the State of Israel is established. And the Jewish community must be united in fighting BDS, and the IAC must lead the way in the battle. We, the Israeli Americans, we're not shy, we're not timid. We know how to defend ourselves in Israel and in the diaspora. Together, we will defeat the genocidal and the racist moving on our campuses, in our communities, and in every corner of this country. We have many elected officials here this evening who are great friends of Israel in Congress, in our state legislature, and in the city hall. They are working to strengthen the relationship between the U.S. and Israel and working to fight against the BDS movement. I want to ask all the elected officials here with us tonight to stand up so that we can express our appreciation for their friendship and support. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come a long way, but I'm confident that the IAC is just getting started. Rooted in our character and our emerging Israeli-American identity, we will continue to expand across the country to strengthen the Jewish people and the unbreakable bond between the State of Israel and the United States of America. Thank you.